Front rack walking lunges, good reps. The reps start with the athlete cleaning the weight to the front rack position and doing walking lunges. Each rep requires the knees to touch the floor while lunging forward. Each rep requires the knees and hips fully extended at the top of the lunge before going for the next rep. Each rep requires the weight to rest in the front rack position. Any grip or method to keep the weight in the front rack is allowed. Front rack walking lunges, no reps. If the knees does not touch the floor with each rep. If the knees or hips does not extend at the top of the lunge before the next rep. If the weight is held in any other position except for the front rack position. Crab walking is not allowed. Toes to bar, good reps. Each rep start with the athlete hanging with arms fully extended below the bar. Each rep finish with the athlete touching the bar with both feet together. Each rep requires both feet to touch the bar between the hands. Each rep requires the feet to swing back down past the vertical line of the hands. Toes to bar, no reps. If the arms are not extended below the bar, going for the next rep. If both feet does not touch the bar at the same time. If the feet touches the hands or outside of the hands on the bar. Sit-ups, good reps. Each rep start with the athlete lying down, fully extended on the floor. Each rep finish with the athlete touching the ground in front of the toes, body moving between the legs. Each rep requires both hands to touch the floor in front of the toes. Each rep requires both hands to touch the floor behind the head as the athlete is lying in a fully extended position. Sit-ups, no reps. If each rep does not start with the body fully extended. If both hands does not touch the floor in front of the toes as the body moves between the legs. If both hands does not touch the floor behind the head when lying stretched out. Shoulder to overhead, good reps. The athletes start by cleaning the weight up and doing any form of press to the top. Each rep start with the weight touching the shoulders. The weight needs to touch the shoulders on each rep. Each rep finish with the weight at full lockout overhead, feet together and arms locked out. If a push or split jerk is used, the feet need to come back together and the arms locked out. The knees and hips should be fully extended and the arms locked out at the top of the movement. A clean and jerk is allowed if reps are done as singles. Shoulder to overhead, no reps. If the athlete does not touch the shoulders with the weight before the next rep. If the athlete does not fully lock out the arms overhead and the feet together under the hips. If the knees or hips are not locked out at the top of the movement. If a snatch movement is used, that will be a no rep. Bar muscle ups, good reps. Each rep starts with the athlete hanging with arms fully extended below the pull-up bar. Each rep finishes with the athlete on the top of the bar with arms fully extended at the elbows. Bar muscle ups, no reps. If the arms are not extended below the bar, going for the next rep. If the arms does not fully extend at the elbows at the top of the rep. If the heels are lifted higher than the bottom of the bar, that will be a no rep. No other movements might be used except for a muscle up movement. Pull up, good reps. Each rep starts with the athlete hanging with arms fully extended below the bar. Each rep finishes with the athlete clearly going chin over the bar. Any technique, butterfly, kipping or strict may be used. Any grip is permitted. The chin needs to be over the bar. Pull up, no reps. If the chin does not go higher than the bar, if the arms are not extended below the bar, going for the next rep. If the chin goes in line with the bar, that will be a no rep. If the arms are not extended below the bar, going for the next rep. If the judge is hesitating about your chin height, it is probably too low. That will be a no rep. Push up, good reps. Each rep starts with the athlete flat on the floor. Hands released, hips and chest touching the floor. Each rep finishes with the athlete pushing to full lockout of the arms at the top of the movement. Ladies push-up will only be allowed for beginner class ladies. Push-up, no reps. If the athlete does not do a hand release push-up and if the hips or chest does not touch the floor. If the athlete snakes the body to get up in the push-up. If the feet lifts off the floor when releasing the hands. No snaking allowed. If the arms are not locked out at the top of the push-up. Ladies push-ups will also require the athlete to keep the body straight and to do a hand release push-up. Overhead squat, good reps. Each rep starts with the weight held overhead with arms fully locked out. Each rep starts with the athlete squatting down below parallel with the weight under control overhead. Each rep finishes with the knees and hips fully extended at the top and the bar held overhead with arms fully locked out. Overhead squat, no reps. If the athlete does not squat below parallel. If the athlete does not come up to full extension at the knees and hips. If the bar drops at any point while the movement is not completed. Front squat, good reps. Each rep starts with the weight held in the front rack position while squatting down below parallel. A squat clean is permitted on the first rep, or a power clean then starting the front squats. Each rep finishes with the knees and hips fully extended at the top of the squat and the bar in the front rack position. Front squat, no reps. If the weight is not held in the front rack position in each rep. If the hips does not pass below parallel when squatting down. The hip crease needs to be clearly below the knees. If the hips or knees are not locked out at the top of the movement. Row, good reps. The athlete may row any style they want. Feet placed in feet holders and strapped in, and hands on the handle. Row, no reps. Feet not strapped in the feet holders, damaging the concept to rower in any way. Stadium run, good reps. Each run starts in the allocated lane to the athlete. Each run has a marked out route for each arena. Follow the markers. Stadium run, no reps. If any athlete takes any kind of shortcut, if any athlete shows any kind of unsportsmanlike conduct,